Greg McGillivray and Jim Freeman made 3 classic surfing films together. After their last film, 5 Summer Stories, they went to work in Hollywood. In the early 1970s, Jim showed me a promotional picture of a shot they'd set up for their IMAX film, To Fly. It was a photograph of a big mirror angled across a railway track. Jim explained the effect was to appear as if the train moves down the camera and the cameraman, when in reality it just smashes through the mirror. The whole concept just blew my mind. I filed it in my head. It wasn't until some 20-odd years later in Bali that for some reason or another it came up in conversation with one of my mad Brazilian mates. His name was Ianzinho, a good surfer and a character of great proportions. I told him about the McGillivray-Freeman shot, and his immediate reaction was, "Let's do it." Why not, was my reply. We went to a funky old mirror shop outside of Denpasar and got ourselves a 3-meter by 4-meter piece and cut a deal where they would deliver it to our desired location and set it up. When the stunt was over, they'd clean up the mess. I think the whole thing cost us about $200. We drove out of town a fair way, went out into a rice fields and found a little semi-deserted road that had a hill going down to a flat area that seemed like the perfect setup. I positioned myself in the paddies to get the master shot. I set up another high-speed camera on a stool to shoot a wide shot from the side and gave another camera to Ian's friend who agreed to shoot it from the back seat of the car. With everyone in place, I gave the signal to go and we all turned on our cameras. As he took off, Ian waved to the crowd who had built up since we'd blocked off the road in both directions. He shifted his gears to gain the speed. As he gets closer to the mirror, you can see my reflection. I'm sitting there in the paddock shooting away. From my master shot, you can see we'd bought a cheap mirror that was very thin and it rippled in the breeze, creating sort of a fun park, skitsy wobble. I also made the mistake of not getting the angle right of the mirror. You're not supposed to see the car hit the mirror first. Oh well. The wide shot off to the side was a beauty. 200 frames per second of the car going through, leaving the mirror virtually standing still for a moment before dropping. However, it was the shot inside the car that was the real classic. Dressed in only board shorts and sunnies, Ian and his friend drove down the hill at 80 kilometers an hour. Obviously, no safety officer on this production, and we failed to realize one thing. There's no safety glass fitted to Balinese rent-a-cars. Kaboom! The Balinese went nuts. They thought it was all part of the show. The lads got out of the car with 1,000 little bleeding nicks on them that disappeared after they had a shower. Years later, I sent the footage to Greg McGillivray. Message read, "Dear Jack, I got a big kick out of your mirror smash. You should give your driver a bonus. Thanks for the entertainment." What crazy surfers do when the surf's flat.